Arizona Lotus Corp radio station. Listen online at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Should we do it one more time? Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents Live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, December 16th. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you for tuning into the show. We're getting things situated to have a fantastic Friday. Kick off the weekend for you. Give away some things throughout the day. And then question your knowledge and memory of 2022.
Oh, that year.
Yeah, this is the year. We're still in that year, Powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in fact, actually, let me ask you a quick question, okay? Yeah. This is a question from this year, okay, which I put together a bunch. I'll sprinkle out throughout the show, give out gift certificates, tickets, things like that. What team won the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, it was the Raisins, the Baltimore Raisins.
See?
No.
Now give me a real guess, okay? Because I know you know some football teams. I understand you don't follow football.
Sure.
But, you know, the Super Bowl winning team is, that's the big one, right? Even novice people, they're like, oh, the Super Bowl's happening. Who's in the Super Bowl? Even if they don't follow the entire season. Now, I understand you're not jocular, and that's fine. But out of the teams that you do know, which team won the Super Bowl this year?
Can you give me the two teams that played in the Super Bowl this year? That's how much I remember January.
Yes. The funny thing is, I can't recall who they played against.
There you go.
I know, but see, that's how difficult this quiz and game is. When I give away Pop Evil tickets later on, we'll ask some 2022 questions, and I have gift certificates and whatnot, and tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners, where it's literally the first person who can answer this question type deal that will sprinkle out throughout the show. But it's also a reminder of how easily we forget, how difficult it is to remember. So the answer for you and you guys,
I'll guess, was it the Seahawks?
No,
okay,
no, dude, yeah, that's. I mean, that was a valiant guess. It was in the same division. Okay, you know the other teams, and never mind.
Just go ahead. But who was it?
It was the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, the Rams won. Okay.
Yeah, and then they crapped the bed this year. They've been terrible. They got the same record as the Cardinals, and the Cardinals have been abysmal. So, how the mighty have fallen in just one calendar year. But at the same time, I can't recall who they played against in the Super Bowl because a lot of stuff happens.
Maybe it was the Seahawks.
No, they're in the same division, dude.
Oh,
so
right.
yeah. That's all right. So, I mean, it's tough. Okay. Let me ask you this. A follow-up Super Bowl question, because not everything's about the actual game. Who played the halftime Super Bowl this year?
Wasn't this the awesome? Was this the one with Snoop and all them this year? Or was that
Give me
year
the
before?
list.
Was it Snoop, Dre?
Well, final answer?
Eminem, yes.
Yes,
right.
You're correct. Yeah, it was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and 50 Cent. And I'm not surprised you remember that, because I made a big deal about this.
I was so excited, and I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, well, so did society. So it was a high. So you're not alone, okay?
So did society.
So we have that going out throughout the day. Looks like our top story this morning is Elon Musk is finding out in real time that Twitter had rules and regulations set in place for a reason. And now he is finding out the hard way. And this is one of those weird scenarios, because there's been a tracker app for a long time. I say a long time, at least like 18 months to 2 years. This kid figured out a way to track his private jet.
I remember I learned that about that on here. I remember that.
Absolutely.
We talked about that a couple times.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Right. So, well, it's not too funny to Elon Musk, because, being the world's richest man definitely puts a big target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's usually flying place to place, sometimes with his numerous kids or his family. And there are people out there that might want to do him harm, and it puts him at risk. So he actually banned a bunch of journalists from Twitter yesterday for posting or reposting this website information tracking his private jet. He claims there's a crazy stalker that followed his followed a car that his 2-year-old son was in, and then later blocked the car and climbed onto the hood. And the guy supposedly thought Elon was in the car, but he wasn't, right? So this is one of the reasons why his knee-jerk reaction was to do some banning. Now, the problem is, suspending all these accounts, contradicts his whole, this is town hall freedom of speech thing.
Right.
And now the reality is the reason why a lot of these accounts are banned in the first place is because it incites violence. And that is the whole reason for these bans, the bans that he ended up lifting. And now he is finding out again in real time. He's like, oh, okay. When it directly affects him, it's like, that's kind of sketchy. I can't, so nah.
Being a huge D-bag also puts a big target on your back.
Well, yeah. I mean, and he's been acting that way. And we don't understand why, but I guess, money just kind of corrupts your mind that much. Now, if only Elon Musk could, I don't know, convert to be like a minority transgender Jewish person, then maybe he'd have a better understanding as to what everyone's issues were in the first place of him being like, what, these guys, they're good guys, reinstate, give them the blue check for free.
2023 is around the corner. Who knows?
And here's a fun fact for you. And I'm glad that you dressed for the occasion. Today is National Ugly Sweater Day. So
is today the day?
The day to celebrate it nationally. So if you're going to an ugly sweater party tonight, well, it's the best night of the year to do so, according to our national calendar. So we got that. All right. And that's, again, just a fun fact. I was tempted to wear my ugly sweater today. Yeah. But at the same time,
you got all next week to do Christmas. I didn't even wear a Christmas hat yet because I'm like, I'm still gonna be here Monday.
Yeah, I'm on radio, dude. So for you guys out there listening, I'm fully dressed in a Santa outfit. I have my reindeer glasses on, totally festive. And every day next year I'll have tinsel wrapped around me. Don't worry. Next week.
Don't you promote a podcast broadcast?
Oh, yeah, you guys should watch that later on, and you'll find out that I'm completely lying. All right, we have your morning moron coming up after Giovanni and the Hired Guns. We'll kick things off, a little Smashing Pumpkins. Here's Zero, Tucson's Rock Stations, Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. We're not even going to be on yet. All right, power. Oh, shit. I wasn't even full screen, so they're seeing you. Oh, God damn it. It's that time of year. So wait. I've not even done the tease yet. We're not even on the segment. You're blowing your Scrooge load. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the podcast broadcast. Yes, it's a Scrooge centric day. As you know, it's Power's favorite time of year. And I can't stop him from doing what he's going to do today. And real quick, there's a couple of comments I want to respond to. First and foremost, you gave me the idea for the beard competition. We got Nick the Bearded Wonder on the stream. Manny's on the stream. You guys both have excellent beards. It's 2023. I want to put together a contest called Beef's Beard Envy. And then we could do this. Now, the beard versus beard, loser shave the beard. That's fun. And I actually don't hate that idea as well. But what if I put together a contest where a listener with the best beard gets some kind of prize? We'll work on that. And also Todd, my angry consultant, said that I need to lose the beanie because I was not, I didn't have the same energy as opposed to having a snapback. So today I wore the snapback. He's already given me compliments because of the energy that I have on the show today. All right. How do you want me to do this, Powers? Because I fucking hate it. What should I do?
Who's this Powers he keeps talking about? I don't know what he's blathering on.
Okay.
Come this way, Cratchit. Come this way. Listen, it's time for a show. It's right. Look, we've got to come here. No, you got to go that way. Go over there.
He does this and there's no microphone, so you barely hear him.
Oh, there he is again. Hang on a second.
All right.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Beef.
It's Scrooge and Cratchit back on the podcast broadcast. What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's that time of year already. We did do this last year. Yeah.
I gotta say, it's been quite some time. I feel like I just saw you a minute ago.
I know.
But actually, it was about 360 days ago.
Yeah.
I know.
How's your year been, Mr. Beef?
It was great until about 2 minutes ago.
Why? What happened?
I don't know, man. I guess Scrooge with a mullet in studio just got me.
Oh, he likes your new haircut, sir.
I would hope so. I've been letting it grow out all year.
Could you only afford half a wig? The back
Wig?
half?
What do you mean? This is absolutely my natural hair. But truthfully, I'll be honest with you, the secret's out. If it's anything, it's really
Oh my God.
Santa's beard.
Oh, snap.
It's the source of all my power.
That makes
That's
sense.
Right. That's right.
That
Santa.
makes sense. Oh
You
my
ain't got
God.
nothing.
That's not your real hair, sir.
What? Don't you look at me. Look away.
Oh,
None of you saw a thing.
Oh, your hair's
Anyway.
back. Okay.
Yes, it's me, Mr. Scrooge,
Oh.
famous man about town, especially here in old Tucson. Tucson. I came up with that phrase myself.
Well, Powers would be upset that you're stealing his catchphrase, actually.
Bah! He's
Yeah.
a hack at thinking a phony.
Well,
Enough of that guy.
we're agreeing on something.
It's good, and it's good to see you is something I wish I could say if that were true. But
Oh, sir.
since it's been a full year, do you know what we're here to do?
What are we here to do, Scrooge?
It's time for your performance review, beef vegan.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, that's right. It's been a whole year, and you've been performing here every single day from 6 to 10 weekdays. And there's also some sort of potty thing. I don't know what it's talking
Yes. All right.
about. But we're going to judge you on it.
All
Don't worry,
right.
Mr. Beef. We'll go easy.
All right, Cratchit. So here's the deal. We got Scrooge and Cratchit in studio because it's that time of year. Coming up next, Scrooge's year in review on the show that we'll do after System of a Down's Toxicity. You can join us on the YouTube, youtube.com/beefvegan, or on our Facebook pages to see my disdain and to see Scrooge and Cratchit in the flesh. It's going to be something. I don't know what it's going to be, but the year in review from Scrooge is coming up next. Don't go away. Clear. All right. And good morning, everybody. Scrooge stole my script. I might get Todd in there to see if we get out Scrooge the Scrooge.
Oh, I know that, Todd. He's a good fella on your show. He's
Oh.
doing a great job.
Yes.
I love Todd. How's Todd?
Todd's been doing well. I've been seeing a few of these things. I don't watch the thing most. I find it to be very offensive and a little derivative. But truthfully, every once in a while, he's got some fun guests that come on, friends of the show. Not him so much, but someone's got to drive the bus, right?
Someone does have to drive the bus. That's me. I'm the bus driver. Even if the
That's
bus
you.
driver's drunk, someone's got to drive the bus.
You better not be drinking on my time there,
All
B.
right. Well, you save your year in review to when we get back on the air. We'll do 3 tight. That's 3 minutes tight.
Oh.
Yes.
So
Maybe 4.
Are we doing a year in review or a performance review
Performance review.
for you?
Yes, it's a performance review for me.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the year in review, performance review. I think a lot of your notes might be similar to the consultants out there who may listen to the show. So, I think, even though it sounds like since it's from you, Scrooge, and your energy is normally kind of like focusing on the negative for the most part, a bah humbug kind of style.
What is bar
Bah
humbug?
humbug.
I
Bah
don't know.
hamburgers to bah humbug. What are you trying to get me sued?
Okay. Oh,
Never
yeah.
heard that phrase before.
Oh,
Me
sorry.
neither.
Sorry, this is 100% original concept is what's going on here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm no Ebenezer. What do you think this is? That's a
what's-
fictional character.
And
No
what's your-
lawsuits.
What's your first name?
Well, it's Tucson. Did you not know?
Tucson Scrooge?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Mr.
why I
Tucson
make all those
Scrooge?
specials. It's the Tucson extra. What do you think? I'm celebrating this old Pueblo? This place is a dump. Those
Shit.
specials are all for me. That's right. In name and in content, not just name alone. Tucson, pat on the back for old Scrooge.
Of course, I do all the work of creating the content, but
You
sure,
better do
you
all
get
the
the
work.
name.
Don't be begging me for more coal there, Cratchit.
Oh, no.
I know that sounds like an old thing, but that's actually a real true thing that we deal with.
Is that
I'm
true?
not trying to pull from that Dickens. No. He's always trying to get more coal constantly. Bah!
Mr.
It's a
Scrooge
little cold in here, though. I
given
gotta
me
say.
coal for my bonus each year for the past 8 years. It's really appreciated. A lot of coal.
Bah, bonus. You barely deserve the basics.
Oh, God.
What's the matter, Beef? Enjoying yourself? You look like you're about to burst into tears.
It's going to take, what is this happening? Like, we're going to do this all podcast? Is that what's happening?
Well, it's funny. I believe someone was asking you about that earlier, and you just didn't seem to have a response. So it looks like, yes, I'm going to be here for a full 55 minutes more, if not maybe another full hour, because we might just have to go extra because, this performance review is going to be kind of tough. You haven't been performing well.
Ugh.
Give it away, sir. We have to ask the questions.
Yeah, now
first.
you sound like my
true.
girlfriend, Scrooge.
I was
God.
going to make that joke, but I didn't think Scrooge was clever enough to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, The mullet Scrooge. You are the biggest trailer Scrooge I've ever seen. It's like if Scrooge wasn't rich but lived in a trailer park, just white trash Scrooge is.
How dare you, white
that.
trash? That's offensive and racist.
Okay,
This
just
shirt
trash
is
Scrooge.
Obviously, very, very expensive. I get all the finest linen, silks, and everything. Do you know what my thread count is?
Mr. Scrooge flies in his own stylist who styled Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
That's right. You remember him? Old Leslie? He's the one that takes care of me. I only get the finest of all the barbers.
All right. We're Rock on 2.1. We're back on the air with Scrooge. I just said he looks like Trailer Park Scrooge with his white mullet, which you could see at youtube.com/beefy. And if you don't want to see it, I understand as well. But I got a year in review from Scrooge based off my performance. So you've been listening to the show throughout the year?
Well, from time to time, I do listen in when I can. I like to tune the old dial to the old radio station. I have a complaint right off the top.
Well, that's fantastic. What is it?
You need more sound effects. I don't understand anything, and you don't have any Little Orphan Annie specials on anymore.
No.
What happened to the radio?
I mean, all that stuff sounds lame to me, to be honest with you. I'm the realist on the radio. It's kind of the deal. So,
Lizards,
too many
no
sound
one's better
effects is...
than Little Orphan Annie. God.
Mr. Scrooge is always complaining about wanting more pictures and videos, and I had to explain to him this is the radio. That's not how it works. But
in 2022, that is how it works, though, Cratchit. So what is your takeaway from my performance this year, Scrooge?
Well, why don't we go ahead and let you ask some questions, Cratchit? Go ahead, start.
Oh, you got questions, Cratchit?
Some hard-hitting questions, but just be honest, okay? Just be honest.
Okay.
Question 1, you ready?
Yeah, I've been ready.
How are you feeling?
Annoyed.
Okay, write that
All right, you're gonna write that down.
Okay.
Ready
for question 2? That was a
Been ready.
good response. Okay.
Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fulfilled are you?
What?
Fulfilled. I am fulfilled.
What kind of questions are these?
Yeah,
for?
I'm chasing dreams, living my dreams, so I would consider myself
Give me
fulfilled.
those questions. What kind of questions? Don't listen to
I was going to
that.
ask
Those
him about
aren't
his
good?
favorite color.
Nobody cares about that. It's obviously green and black. It looks that way anyway. Anyway, let me ask you a real question.
Okay.
Could you possibly be in 2023 less bad going forward?
I think it's always possible for me to be less bad. I'm hoping that's the case as I will continue to try to be better. But was I better? Am I better today than I was 5 years ago? I don't know. Maybe I party too hard and my brain cells are getting a little rusty.
Well, I do know. Actually, the answer is no. You
Son
are
of a
not.
bitch.
No.
I'm not? Did you listen 5 years ago?
Well, from time to time, I like to turn the old radio dial. I remember when you were on that low playing FM station. I mean, no one heard it, but I tuned in from time to time.
Oh, that's good.
But I have to ask you this now. Here's another one. What were your goals in 2022, and when are you going to achieve one?
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good question. I had a goal. I said I was going to bring KFMA Day back this year. That didn't happen. Said was gonna make the station number 1, and yeah, there's a 1 in it.
Okay.
There's a 1 in 17.
Yeah. That's good odds there. I think 1 in 17.
Right.
All right. I have another question. That flag seems very nice hanging behind you.
It is a nice flag.
You know, I approved the budget for the studio, which is shocking. I'm classically greedy.
That's true.
But I did that earlier in the year. And I walked in today. Why, you haven't changed one thing.
I know.
Why?
That's out of my hands, man.
Oh.
I'm getting Scrooge for somebody else. Cratchit, can you help me
word.
on this one?
You never actually approved the budget is the thing. I told you time and time again, you need to get on that, and you never did it.
What?
So.
You said you approved the budget. You didn't even approve the budget?
I have arthritis. I
This
can't
is
sign
why.
every document put in front of my face. How dare you?
Yeah, Jose on the stream said, "What's up with the Benjamin Franklin outfit?" All you need is a kite.
Let me tell you, old
Scrooge,
Benny
you're dressed like
Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
He's a crook, that Ben Franklin. He stole electricity from that other guy. What's his name? Tesla?
Okay. All right. Well, we got more conversation to take to the podcast broadcast. You have more criticism of my performance of the year for the podcast broadcast?
I got one more question.
All right. We'll save that for one.
Well, let me ask, do you prefer an ice cream headache or when your teeth hurt from
Oh,
eating
my
ice
God.
cream?
You're just as bad as Powers. All right. Let's hit the reset. We'll be back with more Beefy Presents after this. Clear.
Boy, I gotta ask you now,
You
as your
brought
boss.
that back.
Didn't you say the consultants were listening and you weren't going to allow this sort of falderall on the air as
I know
much?
shit. Yeah. I was just like, you know what?
Is that on the air? We're on the air.
Yeah,
Yes.
you were on the air.
A whole bunch of it.
Oh.
All of the air. We were on it.
Just don't say I never do anything for you. I'm
Against
actually a
his
very giving
better
person.
judgment for
Against
hours.
all my judgment.
How many people are listening?
Oh, well, we got the demographics, and it seems like about every 5 minutes, it's between 5,000, between 5 and 15 minutes. I know. What do you need, a paper bag, Cratchit? Why don't you settle down? We don't have time for one of your patented anxiety attacks. You and that tiny Tim with his horrible, horrible illnesses that you're always going on and on about. I'm sure he'll survive yet another year. Bah! It's just a tax write-off, you and your children. What an abomination this is. I thought this was America. What happened? Hey, Beef, I do have to ask you one other thing.
Okay.
Why do you wear a backwards hat? Don't you know that the brim is in the front? That's not going to block any sun.
I
That
thought
doesn't make any sense.
I thought it was like a surprise. You would pull it around and we'd see what's on the front. I'm dying to know.
Oh, well, it's a Roadrunner's hat.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I hate roadrunners and coyotes. Also, I don't like surprises very much. So I think that you better leave that hat and maybe get one of these good old-fashioned ones that has a brim around the whole thing. You can't tell when it's backwards or not. This way, people don't know when you're really trying to be cool and look younger.
Okay. Well, I know what doesn't make you look younger, and that's a white mullet. That's for sure. But there are some good comments here. Todd thinks this is the best acting that has ever happened in the studio ever in its history. So that's pretty good. He's saying that you're acting, which
I'm
might be
shocked
insulting.
by that. I thought the best acting was done by Kat, putting up with him.
Yeah, that's possible. JJ thinks fucking Powers, he's on fire.
Oh,
David
never
wants,
heard of that guy.
Yeah. And then
You better put it out, Cratchit. Put it out. Don't you?
Okay.
Ah, jeez. It's probably all the faulty electrical around here. Do you know the sound card is just a USB? I can unplug it right now and all the sound would disappear.
Only they had a budget.
don't do that. Yeah, if only had a budget. David
Hey,
said,
don't you look at me. I'm the one that figures the budgets out around here. And I'll tell you, half those pixie sticks, pop rocks, and all that stuff was his bonus. I can't help if he didn't use the sugar and the energy to come up with new ideas, new money-making ideas on a sugar high.
this guy, it's crazy when he turns into Scrooge, and then it's like his brain fires on all cylinders, and he's super like quick and coming up with this shit. He has to be in character for it sometimes, though. It's amazing to watch the transition. It's annoying as fuck when you're in the studio, though. And trust me.
Do you have a headache?
Did I say a cuss word?
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
I did. I think I ate ice cream. Too much ice cream.
Oh, is it too much ice cream again? I keep telling you to lay off the ice cream. Me and your girlfriend tell you that.
Yeah. Once David is talking about, while we're talking about Scrooges, he said, bring Metallica in the round to Pima Fairgrounds. That's not going to happen. KFMA returns, make it happen, Beef.
I'll give
And
him a
send Scrooge to rehab. That we could possibly talk about. What are you addicted to, Scrooge?
Oh, work. I'm addicted to work. Workahol, nonstop. You got to get that work done. Otherwise, you don't get any money. Money, also, I wouldn't say an addiction, but certainly something I really, really, really enjoy.
Okay.
He's addicted to power. I do all the work.
Oh, all
What
right.
kind of a statement is that? I told you I don't care for that Powers very much. He's a fake and a phony. Stop bringing him up, Cratchit. How dare you?
All right.
Always complaining.
Earlier this morning, we gave you a rundown of the biggest scientific feats that happened this week.
Did we?
You didn't.
Oh.
I did with my good friend Powers.
Bah, hamburgers to him.
Well,
Rock
One
One
2.1 KFMA. That was the White Stripes here in Beef Vegan Presents. Did you know the answer to that
No.
question?
Who got married? I don't know.
Who got married?
Who got married last year? you're saying?
I'll ask the question again, and this is the 2022 trivia, and it's a pretty easy question. 18 years after their engagement, this celebrity couple was finally married in July.
Okay, wait. Is it Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis? Did they get married?
Oh, dude, no.
When was that?
They've been married for like 5
Couple
years.
Okay.
A couple years. All right. Well, it's fine. It was Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Obviously, yeah, we don't care about that too much. But again, this is just a year in review for 2022. A lot of things happened, obviously, in a calendar year. It's easy to forget this kind of stuff. But Jennifer Lopez believes that Benny is her soulmate, and that is until she finds out that Ben Affleck won't be recast as Batman in the James Gunn DC universe.
I'm sure she's relieved.
We'll see. All right. I do have this week in science here for you. A couple big breakthroughs happened with the big brains out there doing the work that we're too dumb to understand. And it's good that they're out there doing this because it may benefit us in the future. A big breakthrough in nuclear fusion was announced this week. For the first time, researchers in California were able to create more energy than they put in, which is a big deal, apparently.
Mhm.
In layman's terms, fusion is when you're combining atoms, and fission is when you're splitting an atom.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, fission is what nuclear power plants use, but it creates a ton of radioactive waste. So fusion doesn't, and it can produce unlimited clean energy.
Yeah.
Which means we probably won't have it because they'll be like, no, it seems too good for us.
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. But I've always heard about cold fusion. That's always what they're trying to figure out.
Yeah. So, well, there's a big breakthrough there. So hopefully that could be the future of our energy. The 2 volcanoes on Hawaii's Big Island suddenly stopped erupting this week, which is great news for Hawaiian residents. I know you have a friend that lives out in Hawaii, can see the volcano erupting. A lot of people were concerned about it, considering the lava. They were afraid that the lava would reach their homes. It didn't. And it ended up erupting for about 2 weeks straight. And this was the first time since 1984.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll take another 35 years before it erupts again.
Mhm.
All right. In animal news, researchers found fossils, and I'm sure you saw this headline just because of your algorithm, of a giant shrimp from 470 million years ago. And the biggest one they found was 6'5". That's as tall as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, well, of course, anything Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I just get an alert.
Yeah. Did you get that alert?
No, I didn't hear
They
about
found a shrimp as big as The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
That's an oxymoron. In other animal news, researchers in Australia discovered female snakes have love buttons just like humans.
Oh.
And researchers say that they're just really hard to find. Oh, just like humans. It doesn't matter if it says Scrooge. But please welcome back in studio. We have Powers and Joel, both from Keep Tucson Sketchy. Welcome back, guys.
Yo, it's
very
good to
nice.
see you, Beef. You're my best friend, and I care about you.
Yes, and you're my best friend too, and that's why I'm going out to Keep Tucson Sketchy this Saturday. That's why I bought tickets.
He did. We watched
to
it
see
live.
you guys. Yeah, did you watch it live in real time?
Yeah.
You're like, this son of a bitch actually bought
I did.
tickets.
I announced your name as you. I told the whole bar.
Oh yeah,
They're all
you guys are at the
together.
bar.
We were sitting at that where I was just talking about where we had pizza last night. I'm like, oh, we just sold 2. Or we just sold whatever. So we happened to notice. It's like, oh,
And I said,
this guy Brad just bought 4 of them. Oh,
Oh, and
I
look
know
at
that
you
guy.
throwing out my government name
Government.
willy nilly. That's what it is. It's my government name. I'm gonna change it. Good. I was talking to my girlfriend about she's gonna get a tattoo, and I'm like, why don't you get my name tattooed on you, right? Let me own you.
Oh my
And she's like, yeah, I'll get beef tattooed right here. And I'm like, if you do beef right above the vagina, you need to do beef vagine. And that's clever and on brand, really, because it's like beef vegan. Just a couple switch the letters up a little bit. You know how to spell vagine, don't you, Joel?
yeah. I have a tattoo to my body as well.
I like, yeah, because you come off as like, well, I've seen your sense of humor and your writing, so I know how twisted you can get, but your presentation is very conservative, and that's why I like making you squirm a little bit. Like, oh, we just said that. We're not on the air right now. But all right, let me ask you this: you guys big fans of holiday movies?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I know you are. Joel, what about you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Well, then I'm going to trivia. We're going to ask you a couple questions. I came across this. I think it's BuzzFeed holiday movie trivia, right? And it's multiple choice. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, kind of. But I don't even think you'll need to go to multiple choice on some of these questions.
All right.
So we'll buzz in with your name if you know the answer. Okay. So first person to buzz in gets to guess it. All right. So here's our first question in holiday movies. What is the name of Will Ferrell's character in Elf?
My
Powers.
buddy.
Well, Powers buzzed in.
It's true. And it is both.
Oh, you're supposed to say your name.
gotta say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to do that. All right.
I slammed the table.
He slammed the table.
I know there's a buzzer. Well, again,
Where
we
are our
have
buzzers?
that.
Why don't we have buzzers?
We're going to
We-
get that budget.
Yeah, we had that approved in the
One
budget.
Scrooge. One Scrooge.
McCusker.
Honestly, buzzers is something I do need here for the show. All right. What is the correct name of the 2000 film starring Jim Carrey as the Grinch?
Powers.
Powers, what?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
That is correct. Yeah. See, do you think you're going to score at least 1 point in this, Joel?
I'm confused about the questions. It's basically just asking the title of movie, which they gave the character in the title.
No.
I'm waiting for some harder questions.
No, because
Okay.
some people think that's just called The Grinch.
Yes.
The title of it is actually
Okay.
called How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right. In Love Actually, which is a Christmas movie as well. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. One character confesses something to another with cue cards. What is he confessing?
Oh, Powers.
What?
Is he confessing his love actually?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, yes. He's in love with her. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Well, actually, yes.
Actually, I'm in love with you is what the card says too.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, shit.
Underlines it too.
See, you
go.
did see it.
I just saw that in a Verizon commercial from those guys from Scrubs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's one of those things like people know the parody
Yeah.
more than the movie.
Yeah, I didn't know that was from that movie.
Oh, I guess that just stumped and stopped the quiz because I had answered it correctly. I answered the multiple choice. He doesn't remember her name, and he feels like it's too late to ask. Ooh, been there. You know, next morning, like, what are your name again? Oh, well, anyways, the money's on the counter.
Oh
All
my god.
right. No, I'm just kidding. All right. He actually hates Christmas. The other option. He's her long lost twin brother. Gross. And then he's in love with her. So actually. So who stars in Love Actually?
Blonde.
Keira Knightley.
Okay. You said you
No.
didn't even
that
know
was
the
question?
answer.
I thought it was a trivia question.
Oh,
No?
good job.
All right. I was so proud. I knew that.
Was it right?
Keira Knightley. I think there's a bunch of people in that movie. Alan Rickman's in it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, there's a couple other things I want to feature that I didn't get to this week, but talking about, obviously it's the holiday season. People are getting very festive. Well, there was one lady who inadvertently wrapped up all her presents and then realized that she messed up. She got the wrong wrapping paper. The wrapper itself was, well, you know what? I clicked the link and it pulled up something else. It was a bunch of reindeers fucking.
Fake news.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's real.
Oh, that's what the.
There was a bunch of reindeers
boy.
doing it.
Yes, it was. And then there was another story that popped up where North Carolina City became the butt of jokes over its penis-shaped Christmas parade route. So I don't know if you saw this. This went viral earlier in the week. But if you looked up the map of the parade route, they inadvertently just did the penis, tip, and balls for the parade route. They're like, we'll make a left here and then we'll take a round and go up just a little bit and then go back around. Like, what? You didn't realize? I mean, usually parade routes are like either straight lines or rectangles. Yeah, but that didn't happen. All right, I hope you guys are ready for your trivia knowledge in 2022 because we're looking back on the year in review, and that's coming up right now. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I am joined by Powers and Joel, both from Tucson. Keep Tucson Sketchy. They got a show this Saturday night. It's a fun Saturday Night Live and inspired sketch comedy show. It's going to be at Unscrewed Theater. And if you're friends of Powers on Facebook or Instagram, the information's all over there. But with Joel and Powers in studio, I want to play a game. Now, we've been doing this all throughout the morning, but I just want to test your memory and see how well you were keeping up with major current event and historical events that happened throughout the year 2022. Okay, so this is the year in review. We're going to go back and forth asking questions, and so it's going to be very quick. So we'll start off with Joel since he's our guest. Okay, Joel, give me this answer. This comedian died after a fall on January 9th in their Florida hotel room.
Bob Saget.
Correct. All right, Joel. Yeah, 1 point for Joel. Did you know that, Powers?
I was spacing on it.
You were spacing on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see. Powers, what is the last name of the pretend socialite scammer made infamous in Shonda Rhimes' Netflix miniseries Inventing Anna?
No idea.
Oh, do you know this, Joel?
I know her name is Anna, but it's a German last name, Schellbacher or something like that. I can't think of exactly what it is.
It was Delvey.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. All right, next question to Joel. In what month did Russia invade Ukraine?
What month?
Yes, what month?
Oh, geez. I'm going to just guess and say February.
Is correct.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Powers, what state played host to the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial?
California.
Incorrect.
Rats.
Virginia was the
Really?
answer. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Amber Heard, even though she's very beautiful, is like second or third generation trailer trash.
You know, she was with Elon Musk for a while too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Later.
it's not that she was with Elon Musk. She cheated on Johnny Depp with Elon Musk. That's how it went. And yeah, you know, if you want to be attractive, you can go to the gym, or you can just make I don't know, $100 billion. And next thing you know, the world's most beautiful people think you're a stud. Go figure. All right. There's our next question going to Joel. What song from the 1980s did the Netflix show Stranger Things propel into the top 5 of the Billboard charts for the first time ever?
Running Up the Hill, Kate Bush.
That is correct. 3-0.
You asked him 2 questions. I got
I
right.
feel like
already.
I'm getting all the
It
questions.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right,
It
here's
doesn't
the
matter.
next question. We're going in order here, Powers. How many months were Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson together before their split in August?
Ooh, 4.
Incorrect. Correct answer is 9.
Okay.
All right.
My
Joel.
second guess
They had
was
a baby.
3.
Yeah. Joel, if you're paying attention, what city hosted the Winter Olympics?
Beijing.
That is correct.
Yeah.
4-0. All right. How about this? Powers, what artist released the album Renaissance in July?
I don't know. Oh, wait. Taylor Swift.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
You know it, Joel?
Yeah, Beyonce.
That's correct. 5-0. All right. Let's see. Back to Joel. In August, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi angered this country when she visited Taiwan.
Oh, China.
That is correct. All right. 6 points there. All right. Powers. Queen Elizabeth II's son, Charles, is now king with how many eyes after his name?
3.
That is correct. All right, a point for Powers.
Yeah.
All right, let's tally up the score. Looks like Joel won 5-1. I'm sorry.
6-1.
6-1.
Invited Joel here.
Yeah.
Joel, what are you even doing here?
Excellent.
He's a real ass.
Excellent. All right, bonus question. This question is worth 10 points. Whoever gets this right will win the game.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. All right. In November, the world's population reached this impressive milestone.
8 billion.
That is correct, Joel. Joel, you won 7-1. You made Powers look stupid. Oh, so stupid.
Jeez.
Congratulations, Joel.
Thank you.
Clear. All right. You didn't even know that?
I
We
didn't
had that
even
in a
get
speed
chance.
break.
I just looked it up even a minute ago.
Ah. All right. Well, I mean, what about this? You probably know this, Powers. You pay attention to the news. What's the name of the most powerful rocket ever launched into orbit in November?
The Starship Enterprise?
No, Jesus. All right. This star, Willa Grace, died in a car accident on October 24th.
Oh, that guy.
Okay. What member of the group Migos was killed in Houston over a dice game on November 1st? Joel?
Take off.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. The answer before that, Leslie Jordan. The answer before that, Artemis 1. All right. These
Right.
These are
Yes,
things you know.
guys.
Well, at least Joel was with us in 2021 or 2022. All right. So earlier this morning, we did another round of F My Life. I had a lot of women email their F My Life this morning. It was pretty good. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your
Like,
job?
why is this working?
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes. It's time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air and Powers and I agree that your life is effed, we might hook you up with something. You can give us a call, 600-KFMA at 600-5362. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I got a lot of emails from ladies this week. So it's fantastic. So let me go into this one first from Sophie at beefvegan@kfma.com. She wrote, today I found out that I'm pregnant after 14 years of being told I'll likely never have kids. My fiance has a 7-year-old child with a woman who used it to stop him from leaving her. Yesterday, she filed a false report restraining order to keep him from his kid because he refused to leave me. It's a bunch of drama here in the LP. F My Life for Sophie.
Yeah, that sounds like an F My Life. That's very confusing.
Yeah, F your life, F his life. Baby mama drama sucks. You know, I know it's a deal breaker for many, so good luck to you. All right, next F My Life email sent to me by Valerie. She said the other day I had to convince my roommate that, yes, You do need to use dish soap when you hand wash dishes because of bacteria in old food. She still won't believe me, insisting that there's no such thing as bacteria in food.
Oh my God.
Gross, huh?
Yeah, this is a roommate you live with?
This is a roommate.
Oof. Need a roommate. F my life.
Yeah, that's an F my life for sure. I would switch to paper plates immediately. Paper or plastic, and just assume that every dish that you own is compromised.
Uh-huh.
All right, next F my life email sent to me by Carrie said, the other day I was cursed out by a customer who was unhappy, and he asked to speak with my manager. When I told him that I own the store, he said that was the problem. Apparently, women are, quote unquote, too flaky to run a bakery properly. F my life, what do you say?
I don't know if that's an F my life because since you own the store, you get to tell that idiot whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I understand being in customer service, you want to appease everybody, but you can't. So, just be like, I don't need your business.
Yeah.
I have the right to refuse just you. All right. Emma sent me this email. She said, today I was on a date and I mentioned that I'm divorced and he was fine with that. I said, I have 2 kids. He was fine with that. I mentioned that my youngest is autistic. He was not fine with that, got up and left so fast saying he wants nothing to do with kids like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I was left with the bill. F my life for Emma.
Yeah, that's an F my life and F that guy.
Yeah. You deserve better. You will find better, Emma. It's I'm going to say big baby in that situation because at least he showed his cards early and you don't have to deal with him anymore. And hopefully he didn't even bang him, so he didn't even get that.
Yeah.
All right. And final F my life of the day sent to me by Christina. She said, today I poured myself a glass of Coke from the bottle in the fridge. While drinking it, I saw tiny pieces floating in it. Apparently, my boyfriend had drunk straight from the bottle in the morning, felt sick and threw up.
Oh, come on.
He then put the bottle back in the fridge. I just drank my boyfriend's vomit. Oh. All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/BFegan or on our Facebook pages, Rock 102.1 at BFegan or BFegan Presents. So we are literally all over the internet, and you could join us along in the comments, see Powers dress up as a trailer park Scrooge and so much more, plus comment along and have fun with us. We'll be back with more BFegan Presents after Corn Blind, kicking things off with The Offspring, Gone Away. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. That was my live tease here.
Look at Mr. Professional now trying to kiss up and do a great job at his breaks.
Yeah, no,
Francie, get off your phone. What do you think
attempting to do a good job.
Oh, are you posting a link to the show?
Post a link.
Okay, Cratchit's working hard posting a link to our show and program this Saturday. Yes, and I'll tell you what, if I don't see Manny there or Nick, I'm going to be livid. And all you people, where's JJ? Get out of the house and go to this theater. I'm calling all of you out by name, and hopefully you'll all be there, especially you, DJ
I didn't
Looney.
know we were going to do this all fucking show. I thought this was a segment.
What?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I thought this was some sort of review of the job performance you were doing, but I ran out of questions.
Yeah, exactly. You already did that segment. We did that. You're beating a dead horse.
Oh, am I? Then I better
Or
keep promoting.
I'm sorry. You're beating my soul dead.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
Either one. Good
All
to hear
right.
your soul's hung like a horse. Oh,
Yeah.
that's one of those jokes you like. See this there?
You're a dick.
See this is you. What, you wash your mouth? How dare you? Oh, wash your mouth out with soap. Anywho, this is the show we're doing. It's at the Unscrewed Theater. Yes, it's the first time we're at this location. And you know what they have there that they don't have downtown?
What's that?
A parking lot. Yes, it's a parking lot. You have no excuse not to come. It's in a strip mall. It's true. Easy to find.
All right. You
Right
sold
on
it enough. You sold it enough.
Speedway.
Just say, I'll talk to our streamers and our friends. Guys, I'm going out Saturday night to Unscrewed Theater. The Scrooge is only going to be on the stage for 3 minutes. The rest of the show is going to be jam-packed with hilarious comedy and sketches and pre-recorded videos. It'll be a good time. And if you want to hang out this Saturday, 9 p.m. is the show. I'd love to see you there. Real quick, I got to call my daughter, Veal. Hey, Veal, what's going on?
Hello.
All right, so I let her stay home today because she worked late at the subway. I need you to clean your room. I need that room spotless today. I need you to be productive. Okay, so what's the call for? No, we're not on the air.
Okay. I put a rash of
Wait, say that again. I was scared, so I put the phone away from the mic. I was like,
booked a lash appointment at 1.
fuck your face. You booked a lash appointment. What are you doing? How much is this lashes going to cost? Who said that I'm going to do on my fucking day off when I just it's not even my day off. When I get off at, it's my Friday, and then I'm immediately going to be running. You should be at school, but instead I'm going to be running your errands or paying for your lift. Where's your lash appointment? Where's your lash appointment?
On Grant.
And how much does the lashes cost?
I don't know because I'm paying for them.
Yeah, well, you should know since you are paying for them. But why and what? How?
Just for like Christmas time.
Would you prefer to talk to me again?
No, both of you are hemorrhoids. So I'm going to, you're cutting into my nap time on Friday as I kick, getting ready for a productive weekend. All right, I'll tell you what. Here's what you got to do. Clean your room. Get all that fucking laundry done and make it presentable. Underneath your, I'm not finished. Underneath your bed, clean that. And the bathroom, clean it again, right? Make sure that floor is clean and then make sure that bathroom's clean. I want you to be overly productive for you not going to school today and getting a lash appointment without asking. You're calling me, telling me it's booked. You're not calling me, asking me if you should book it, right? So,
should I book it?
No.
I already booked it.
See? Exactly. Hilarious. So get those things done, or I'm sending Scrooge over to hang out with you for 6 hours straight. And you don't understand the type of punishment that is. It's a fucking punishment. Trust me.
Who is that?
It's Powers as Scrooge.
Who said my name? What? Who's happy? I'll babysit.
Yep. See? Yeah. So I will have him take you everywhere in public.
Fine. As long as I get my stuff done.
Get your shit done. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
I love you.
Bye.
You're a parent, and I gotta say, I like your method. When my kids don't listen or kids don't listen, I give them 5 or 6 lashes. I mean, those kids got to get to work. What kind of behavior is that? What's she thinking?
Yeah.
My son, Tiny Tim, doesn't listen because he can't listen because he doesn't have any ears.
Oh, God. What a downer.
God, always
you hang out with this guy all the time?
Your son and his ear problems, his leg problems,
had
his
no ears.
death. Always going on and on about it. You hear this guy? Try sitting in a room with him for more than 40 minutes.
Well, Cratchit, that's 100% your fault because you obviously have ears. You made the decision not to pull out while banging a lady with no ears. I mean, come on. You didn't see that coming?
I've never banged my. I don't bang any.
Whatever.
I try. I actually get a lot of headaches, and I have tinnitus. I tell him to keep the banging down around the office. He's too loud.
Yeah, you get a lot of headaches. Maybe you should talk softer. I think you're giving yourself headaches.
What? That doesn't make any sense. What are you, some sort of doctor? What would you know?
I know I'm getting a headache.
Speaking of doctors, sir, if I had health insurance, maybe my son would have ears. He could get replacement ears.
You're barking up the wrong tree here, bro.
2023.
Scrooge and Lotus have one thing in common.
Yeah. Also, America. Did you just say health insurance?
Yeah,
My
Jesus,
goodness.
yeah.
You're wearing a coat.
Move to Canada, hippie.
Yeah, hippie. I like this guy. He knows what he's talking about. Keep yelling at Cratchit. I could use a break. My throat's a little itchy.
Yeah, no, I know. You're gonna ruin it for this weekend. I know that you got a lot of stuff going on with Unscrewed Theater. At Unscrewed Theater, Keep Tucson Sketchy. That's a big show. How many sketches is your buddy Powers in that night?
Oh, well, I believe that there's a very derivative sketch called Murray, and he seems to be the star of that one. And then he's going to show up on the news doing something.
Okay.
And I think he might have a cameo in this other one where it's a sequel to a different one where they talk to babies, except in this one, they talk to your nana. It's very funny.
All right. We're going to be back on the air in a minute 30. We'll go normal voices there. So I'll need to kick you out of the studio for 2 minutes and have Powers back for a quick segment.
Well, that's the thing.
So
I've actually been working on a very good impression. So we'll see if I can do it on the radio.
Shit, no.
Yes,
Give me the impression now.
No, it's not good.
No, it sounds just like that Powers fella. Trust me, I've been watching his YouTube's channel and his Instagrammings and all the things that social medians do so that I can do a perfect performance. Also, I'm going to do a one-man show as Powers. I didn't tell you about this, Cratchit. Yes, it's the first 90 minutes will just be me retelling the origin stories of that young fellow here. He's a rapscallion about town, does lots of fun stuff, and works on the radio. Did you know that? It's true.
Yeah,
Beef. Have you ever met him?
Enough. I can't make him stop right now, Looney.
I'm assuming I'm going to have to write this one-man show.
You haven't written it yet?
That's enough. That's enough. All right, let's hit the reset. I'll put you backstage, Scrooge, and Joel as well. Maybe I'll do this segment solo or get a regular voice here because it's not Scrooge centric. But I do have something I'll share and do some radio content here. You guys passing notes too. Oh, Cratchit said, "Hey, Scrooge, shut the fuck up." Oh, that's very nice. Up and Cratchit threw it away. All right, or Scrooge threw it away. It's confusing. It really is. But one time a year, I just say, "Okay, fine." That's the best way. Rock 102.1 KFMA, that's Corn with Blind. Beef Vegan Presents is live on the podcast broadcast. You can join us and check out our fantastic outfits. I do have a quick parenting story I want to tell you. As I just got a call from my daughter herself who informed me she got a lash appointment for no reason. But there's a lot of parents out there that are dealing with their kids being addicted to gaming. It's a big deal.
Those video games are the devil.
They are. They could be, and actually I shared a stat with like every hour of video gaming increases your child's chance of developing OCD by 13%. And the joke was, by my math, that means your kid's chance of getting OCD is about 3 billion%.
Yeah,
right?
just about.
Right. So there was parents in China who had their kid playing games nonstop. He was video gaming, and no matter what they did, he just would not stop gaming. So they decided to get a little creative to try to deter him from wanting to play the game. They hired a highly skilled gamer to play against them, and they paid him just to beat their kid online for the video games.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tough love.
Yeah, and why? Well, to crush their kid's confidence. In one case, the parents said that their son had changed completely from being a model student and obedient child to a kid who only played games all day and dreamed of being a professional gamer. Now, in the end, they were willing to pay this unnamed gamer just over $7 an hour to destroy their son at his favorite video game. And after 5 hours, the games were said to be so one-sided that the boy didn't want to play anymore.
Way to crush his dreams.
That's right. Beat him into submission.
Yeah. So, of course, he was online, and they basically paid this guy, and he just targeted this kid's avatar online and just made it so miserable. He's like, F this game. I'm done. Now the boy is said to be much more interested in his studies.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, you might want to do the same if your kids are addicted to online gaming. We got your beef tip after these words. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Isn't that a fun story?
Oh, God, that was exhausting. Did you see that?
Shit, man. You're
Cratchit,
back.
what are you
Come
getting
on,
undressed?
man.
What do you think this is? Put your jacket back on. We're trying to be professional.
Good job.
You tell me good job?
Yes, I figured I'd give you
was it-
one gift this year.
Wow.
There it was.
What was a good job on what?
That thing you just did.
Segment?
Is that what it's called?
I got a headache.
I've never heard a
Aw.
compliment from you, sir.
I know. Every once in a year, I let it go happen and I let him do it and I give him a compliment. You know how it goes.
How did I do this year?
What? We'll work on your performance review later.
I'll tell you how you. Let's check.
Terrible, Cratchit. What do you think this is?
We're not here to talk about you. We're here to talk about this and him, me a little bit, maybe back to him, then me again. More of that, and then some more of this, which is very important. Again,
I better see DJ Looney there. He better be there sitting still, not spinning in his seat like he does DJing around the town.
I hear that he's your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
Yes.
That's what I hear.
Yes, you heard correctly. That's good. All right, so take a pause on that because you want to save your voice for Saturday. Earlier this morning, we gave you news from across the pond. In case you missed it, well, a little something like one KFMA. They got a special release that they're doing here for the holidays, so you can check them out on social media as they're pumping that up, a re-release of sorts. But I want to give you some stories from across the pond real quick. some fight back, if you will. Now, first and foremost, there's a gym that's defending its latest advertising campaign, and I'm kind of not against this PR. Well, first off, they say any press is good press, right? Even bad press. And their technique is to show a little humor and tough love. You know, be a little brutally honest. Essentially, there was a gym owner who created a new billboard campaign all over the UK. And basically, he says it's just like a lighthearted joke. But Billboard says this: tired of being fat and ugly? Now, just be ugly.
Gold.
It is gold, right?
That's gold.
Now, of course, there are people there that are upset. Then those people presumably are fat and ugly.
Or just ugly.
Yeah. Now, since the billboard went up, Lawrence, the gym owner, said he's received complaints and one angry vandal even defaced the billboard with yellow paint. With people accusing him of being a tad mental. That's a UK thing, right?
He's a tad mental, is he?
Oh, my God. They crossed the line. What'd you just say to me? You're a tad mental. What?
My word.
Those are fighting words. And taking things too far. But fortunately, not everyone is upset. With several people, hopefully future customers, taking it for what it is, a joke. And I do think it's just clever marketing and very true. There was a time in my life I was tired of being fat and ugly. And so I went to the gym and I started like intermittent fasting and I lost weight and I was just ugly. And it was a good time. Now I'm getting back towards the fat and ugly part. But, I know that I have it in me to just be ugly. So at least you have that.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, bud. All right. And speaking of the UK, I know that there was a Reddit thread that we were talking about, what is unacceptable here in the United States, but is acceptable elsewhere in the world. And I remember one commenter saying urinating in alleys, like after the bars. They say in the UK, that's, just a common thing, a common occurrence. And if you do it here in the United States, it's a decent exposure and you name it. But there are people in the UK that do not like people getting drunk and just peeing all over the streets. And there's actually one area in the UK that is fighting back against public urination. And the way that they're doing it is pretty clever. What they did was they're starting to paint alleys with splashback paint.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So it's crazy that they even invented this, but it's a paint that just bounces things right off of it. So if you attempt to pee onto a wall, the splashback paint makes it bounce back so precisely that you end up peeing all over yourself in your shoes, and nobody wants to pee on themselves.
No.
Yeah. So they painted the walls and other surfaces with this special kind of paint, which actually causes a stream to splash back on the person when they pee on it. And the idea is to deter public urination by soaking the person. Like the joke's on you or the soak's on you.
Yeah.
Right. Now, they also added posters with a QR code to help people find their nearest public restroom. And to remind them that public urination is legal. So it's something they're trying to break a habit that's generations old.
Yeah.
In fact, actually probably goes back centuries of people just peeing in the streets in the UK. Those streets have been literally paved in urine.
Yeah. Well, you also are a big fan of peeing out in the yard. You do it all the time.
In the yard.
Yeah.
In the yard. I'm not a big fan of peeing on concrete, first off.
So maybe it's just one of those things where it's just like some guys there, just the way they've been growing up, like you're saying, generational, they're just used to peeing outside.
Yeah. Always next week will be our last week of shows for the year. And hopefully we'll be back in 2023. Fingers crossed. It looks that way so far. I don't know.
They're putting your face on a truck.
That's true. But until my face is on the van.
That's what I mean, the van.
Yeah. But, sometimes we'll see. Once they put my face on the van and they get the van running, then then I'll feel a little more confident for at least another couple months. And we'll get that van out there. We have a lot of big things that we're focusing on in 2023. But before then, we're all about wrapping up this year with the bang. So, Saturday night, it's a really good time with Keep Tucson Sketchy. Don't let Scrooge deter you. Trust me. There's a bunch of hilarious people getting together doing SNL inspired sketch comedy, and that's going to be at the Unscrewed Theater. And we got New Year's Eve right around the corner. And my boy Roger Klein the Peacemaker is going to be closing things out for that taco drop. Do you know if you're hosting that at all, like at Congress?
I'm gonna probably not host it this year.
Okay, that's all right, because we might be out there. We'll pregame at my house to go down before Roger, and then make some stage announcements as well, I think, unless Mac wants to hog all the stage time. But either way, I'm excited to see Roger Klein the Peacemakers New Year's Eve as they take the stage at midnight. And there's going to be ticket giveaways for all next week with Razor and Robin for the Arizona Barstool Bowl. So
Okay.
that's going to be a good time. We're getting that back because, as you may remember, we did not have it last year. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank our in-studio guests, Joel and Cratchit, both of you guys, for coming in studio today. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Don't forget to check out the podcast broadcast on demand at youtube.com. And next week, we'll have tons of giveaways, including Third Eye Blind giveaways, Tucson Roadrunners, of course, Tap Out, and all that good fun stuff. But you know what? It's Friday. It's time to start partying, baby. So I got to head out the door. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
When you wish
Thank that Scrooge. He was such a nice, polite guest.
You say what? Did I kill you? Oh, what did you say?
I said you gotta thank Scrooge. He was so polite.
Fuck
and nice.
Scrooge.
I will knock out all your
Thank God that's over.